Everyone wants to rise, everyone wants to lead, to be seen, to be respected, but very few are willing to make the moves that it takes to truly rise to power. I'm not talking about the kind of power that comes from status, followers, or money. I'm talking about inner power, the kind of power that can't be taken from you, the kind that is forged, not given, the kind that shows up in the fire under pressure when no one is clapping for you, when no one is cheering, yet you keep showing up anyway. That's real power. And if you want to rise, if you want to become unstoppable, there are 5 intentional moves you've got to make. 5, not 50, not 100, just 5. But they require everything from you. Move 1. Decide who you are before the world does. Because if you don't decide, trust me, the world will. People will label you, limit you, and try to lock you into a version of yourself that fits their comfort. But you weren't born to be convenient. You were born to be courageous. You've got to take back the pen and write your own identity. Speak it. Declare it. Show up as it. Not when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Because if you keep waiting for approval, you'll never move. Power begins with ownership. Own your name, own your calling, own your vision. It's not arrogance, it's alignment. Move 2, master your mind or be mastered by it. Your thoughts are either the fuel that drives your destiny or the chains that keep you bound. You can't rise if you're still thinking like the version of you that's stuck. Every great move in life starts in the mind. Every new level demands a new mental pattern. You can't conquer the world if you're losing the battle within. Your mind must be trained like a warrior trains for war. Filter what you allow in. Speak life, even when you feel doubt. Affirm your future, even when your present looks like chaos. A mind under discipline creates a life under elevation. Move 3. Turn pain into power. Everyone has pain. Everyone has a past. But what separates the powerful from the passive is how they respond to it. Will you let it define you, or will you let it refine you? Your scars are not shame. They are signs that you didn't stay down. You made it. You're here. And the very thing that tried to break you can be the thing that builds you. Pain is fuel when you choose to rise with it. Stop hiding your story. Use it. Someone is waiting on your survival to believe in their own breakthrough. Move 4. Protect your energy like it's gold. Because it is. Your time, your focus, your spirit, these are not things to throw around casually. Stop spending time with people who drain your destiny. Cut the noise. Cut the distraction. You cannot carry purpose and entertain chaos. You're not everyone's savior, and you're not called to every room. Learn to say no. Learn to rest without guilt. Learn to create space for clarity. Power is sustained by discipline, and that includes who and what you allow into your atmosphere. You rise faster when you travel lighter. Move 5. Execute with ruthless consistency. No more waiting on motivation. No more being led by feelings. Rise is not a one-time event. It's a daily decision. Get up when it's hard. Work when it's quiet. Show up when it's inconvenient. Talent without consistency is wasted potential. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and power. You don't need another strategy. You need repetition. Small actions, repeated with intensity, build unstoppable momentum, and that momentum creates power that compounds. Listen to me. This is your moment. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Right now, you already have what it takes inside you. You just need to move. 5 moves. That's it. Decide your identity. Master your mind. Convert pain into purpose. Protect your energy. And stay consistent. You do that, and nothing can hold you back. Because true power isn't something you wait for, it's something you rise into. And you're not rising for applause, you're rising because destiny is calling. It's time to rise to power. 1 move at a time, starting today. Power is not something handed to you. It's not a gift, not a title, not a number in your bank account. Power is a decision. It's something you rise into step by step, move by move, through grit, intention, and unwavering commitment. If you want to rise to power, not just surface-level success, but deep, unshakable inner authority, then you need to understand this. Power is built in silence, in discipline, in repetition, and in your response to resistance. You don't need 1,000 moves to get there. You need five intentional soul-altering moves that anyone can make, but very few ever do, because they demand something deeper than comfort. They demand transformation. The first move is deciding who you are before the world tells you who to be. This isn't about labels or what's trending. It's about choosing the core identity you will live from. Most people spend their lives adapting, performing, shrinking, or overextending just to fit someone else's version of success. But you cannot rise if you're still wearing a mask. You must anchor your identity so deeply that no rejection, failure, or doubt can shake it. Decide who you are and remind yourself every single day, because the world will constantly test that decision. You were not meant to blend in. You were born to stand rooted in the truth of who you are and grow from that ground no matter the conditions around you. The second move is mastering your mind. Your thoughts are the beginning of everything. Your belief system is the soil from which every action grows. If your mindset is rooted in fear, self-doubt, or scarcity, no amount of hustle will bring lasting power. You rise when you decide to rewire your thinking, not just react to your circumstances. You take your mind from a battleground to a command center. You direct your thoughts. You challenge every limiting belief that creeps in. You don't negotiate with doubt. You don't entertain excuses. You focus your mind like a laser on your mission. Because when the mind is disciplined, the life follows. It's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional every single day in what you allow to grow in the garden of your mind. The third move is turning pain into power. Everybody has been hurt. Everybody has scars. But not everybody rises with them. Some people wear their pain as chains. Others wear it as armor. You get to choose. The most powerful people you will ever meet have one thing in common. They didn't waste their suffering. They used it. They let it shape them, refine them, teach them. They didn't run from it. They sat with it, grew through it, and came out stronger. You want real power? Start by refusing to let your past control your future. Stop hiding the hardest parts of your journey. Those parts are what make you real. They are what will allow you to connect, to lead, and to move others. Power isn't found in perfection. It's found in resilience. The fourth move is guarding your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Who you allow near you will either water your purpose or drain it dry. You cannot afford to keep people around who keep you small. You cannot keep consuming things that kill your clarity. Protect your focus. Protect your peace. Say no without guilt. Remove yourself from environments that dim your fire. You rise faster when your energy is clean, when your circle is solid, when your space is sacred. Power is not just about moving harder, it's about removing what's weighing you down. Every yes must be rooted in alignment, not obligation. The fifth and final move is executing with relentless consistency. Talent is useless without discipline. Potential is nothing without persistence. Power does not come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do daily. You don't need new ideas every day. You need repeatable excellence. Do the basics, master them, and repeat. Even when it's boring, even when no one is watching, even when results are slow. Consistency is the edge most people never develop. They start strong and fade. But if you stay consistent, you become unstoppable. Because the compound effect of daily execution builds momentum that no obstacle can withstand. This is how you rise, not in one leap, but in the quiet, committed steps that no one sees. So if you're waiting for a sign, this is it. This is your moment. 5 moves. That's all it takes. Not easy ones, not comfortable ones, but necessary ones. Decide who you are. Master your mind. Turn your pain into power. Protect your energy. And show up consistently like your life depends on it, because it does. Power is not in the future. It's in your next move. So rise. And keep rising. Rising to power isn't about luck or privilege or being in the right place at the right time. It's about building something so unshakable inside yourself that no external force can stop your forward motion. Power is not an accident, it is forged. It is the result of clarity, intention, and fierce execution. The people you admire, the ones who seem to radiate strength, confidence, and momentum, didn't get there overnight. They made moves, deliberate, courageous daily moves that positioned them for greatness. And the truth is, you can too. It doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter what's been stacked against you. If you are willing to rise with purpose, 5 moves can change everything. 5 moves that, if repeated with passion and focus, will carve out your place in the world. The first move is about identity. You must define who you are without needing the world's permission. The moment you wait for someone else to validate your worth, you hand over your power. You're not here to be what others expect. You're here to be what only you can become. You don't need more applause. You need more alignment. Every time you show up as your full self, unapologetically, you're building a foundation that cannot be shaken. Power begins when you stop negotiating your worth and start living in your truth. The world is full of noise. Let them talk, then doubt. You stay rooted, stay clear, stay bold. The moment you declare who you are and live from that declaration, you begin to rise. The second move is mindset mastery. You cannot lead a powerful life with a powerless mind. You can't think small and expect to live large. Everything you want begins in the mind, your resilience, your strategy, your belief, your endurance. And so many people are fighting battles in the world that were lost in the mind before they even began. To rise to power, you must take ownership of your thoughts. Refuse to accept limiting beliefs as facts. You don't need to think perfectly, you need to think intentionally. You need to recognize fear when it speaks and choose faith anyway. You need to build habits of thought that serve your mission, not sabotage it. When you train your mind to think like a leader, like a warrior, like a builder, you develop the capacity to lead your life instead of being led by your feelings. And that changes everything. The third move is the bold decision to use your pain instead of running from it. Pain is not your enemy. In fact, it can be your greatest source of power if you let it transform you instead of trap you. The things that broke you can also build you. The scars you carry are not signs of weakness. They're proof that you survived, and survival is a seed for strength. When you stop resenting what hurt you and start learning from it, healing through it, and sharing from it, you become a force. People are drawn to realness. They're inspired by resilience. So don't hide your struggle. Turn it into a story of victory. Power isn't found in a perfect past. It's found in the ones who walked through fire and refused to give up. The fourth move is protecting your energy. You cannot rise if you're constantly being pulled in directions that aren't aligned with your purpose. Every yes you give must be intentional. Your energy is your responsibility. Who you listen to, what you consume, who you spend time with, these things shape your atmosphere. And your atmosphere affects your elevation. Stop giving unlimited access to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You don't owe everyone your time. You owe yourself peace. You rise faster when your environment supports your growth. Protect your mornings. Guard your evenings. Choose silence when necessary. Choose solitude when needed. You cannot carry power if you're constantly leaking energy to chaos. The fifth move is ruthless consistency. The biggest myth in success is that you need to be extraordinary all the time. No, you need to be committed all the time. Consistency is what builds confidence. It's what creates momentum. You can have 1,000 dreams, but if you're not showing up daily with discipline, they'll stay dreams. Power is built in routines, in the unseen hours, in the moments when you choose action over excuses. It's not about motivation, it's about movement. Even on the days when you don't feel like it, even when progress feels slow, when you keep showing up, you start separating yourself from the crowd. You become undeniable. So what does it take to rise to power? 5 moves. 5 decisions. 5 daily choices that will alter the course of your life. You don't need to wait another year. You don't need anyone to give you permission. Your time is now. Define your identity. Master your mindset. Turn pain into purpose. Guard your energy. Show up with consistency. And watch how your life begins to shift. Watch how doors open. Watch how your confidence grows. Because power doesn't wait for perfect timing. Power responds to bold moves. Make yours now.